Welcome to Fashion Central on Poly Central. I have special guests in the building. It's one of those special times we get special people in the building. The founders of PolyGirl, right?
Yes. Right.
That's what it says on your hat, Oos?
Yep.
That's my good friend, good family, Stella and David Heck. How you guys doing today?
Good. We're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Man, it's been a while, but now that I see this popping, I'm like, hey, that's my peoples over there. How do you guys get started in the fashion thing? Or maybe tell us who you guys are first so the world know.
So I'm Stella Heck. I am Tongan. My last name, my maiden name is Finanganofo.
Oh.
I also go by Alice in the Palangi world, but most Polynesians know me as Stella.
Oh. Dave?
Dave Heck. Met Stella in 1994 at Chico State.
And Chico State.
Yeah, she was from Burlingame, and I'm from LA area, and trying to figure out what I was going to do next, and wound up in Burlingame and in the Bay Area, and got married and have 3
Chico
kids.
State, tell us about that. Were you guys both students there or what?
We were. So I grew up here in the Bay Area. So I was born in Fiji. I grew up in Tonga until I was about 10, and I came here just before I was 11. And I grew up in San Mateo, Burlingame, went to Aragon High School.
What? Aragon High School? Shout out to the Dons.
And then also I went to Burlingame. So I graduated from Burlingame High
And the
School.
Panthers. Okay.
And then I went to College of San Mateo.
Yes,
Then I
sir.
went to Chico, and that's how I met David.
Yeah, so my road's a little bit longer. I was married before I had 2 kids and got divorced, and I said, man, I got to finish my degree. So I was working for Pepsi, and I was working in the grocery store for Lucky's, and one of my friends says, hey, I'm going back to school too. And I said, well, where are you going? I was going to go Long Beach State. And he says,
You from the Long Beach area?
Oxnard, Ventura.
Oh, Oxnard. Yeah.
So he said, I have a place, we'll go. I said, all right. So I quit my job, put in my application, and I said, okay, when we ready to go? He goes, oh, I'm not going.
Whoa.
I said, what? Too late. I already quit my job. So I went to Chico, and we started a Polynesian club there. And she showed up at the club one day.
No way.
Yeah.
You put the ad out?
Yeah.
She responded to the ad? I'm
I'm
about to go start a poly club. Don't goes out there, go start a poly club at your school.
So, yeah, that's where we met. We met in the Polynesian club.
You met a poly girl.
It did. That's
So where did you guys get the name from? I don't want to just jump and say, oh, poly.
Well, so it's a long, short story. So I worked here in technology marketing for over 20 years and went through a layoff. And so when I was looking for my new role, I was thinking I was going to go into consulting, which is about 9 months of looking for that new role, and nothing came out of it. And so I decided to maybe start the consulting business. But as I was looking at, putting my website together and messaging and services around consulting, I created a logo with a hibiscus and put PolyGirl on it, and then that moment is when it was born.
So Dave had nothing to do with it?
David is very encouraging, and he's my partner. 100%.
Behind every strong woman is a
supportive
is a coach.
woman.
Is a coach.
It's a coach. But yeah, so it started. It just that the logo itself sort of kind of opened something up about my experience here in America as a Polynesian and Pacific Islander, and so that's just started designing and learning a lot about how to run a company, and then we put it out there, and then David was very supportive and going that direction versus going back to work, and so it's been over 9 months, 10 months now, and
It's an adventure, isn't it?
great adventure. It's so much fun.
Yeah. It's fun, right?
Yes.
PolyGirl, Burlingame, San Mateo, Consultant World Technology. I hear this story all the time. People with 20 years and engineering. I hear a lot of these.
She worked right up the street.
Really?
You know where the Flemings right here?
Oh, yeah.
Right across the street.
Oh, wow, that building. I know that
She
building.
worked there for all those buildings over there. Yeah.
Wow. Silicon Valley, right? We're in the middle of Silicon Valley.
We are.
Yep.
We are.
And you come out with this dream, right? Isn't it like a dream?
It is like a dream, yeah. It's more about doing something different and pivoting later on in life, which is, I think the other message here is it is PolyGirl, but it's also encouraging for young women. So the brand is to celebrate the women's journey, but it's also to celebrate, us more mature women who are looking to do something different in life, right? So it's never too late, right, to do something different, and so that's part of the story. It's part of the journey, and that's part of the things that we're trying to inspire women and men who are very supportive of this to kind of just do your own thing.
Branch out.
Yes.
And we're talking about it, when you're a kid and when you're 40, oh, that's it. 40, you're done.
Right.
Right?
You guys are coming
that's
up on
that's
that,
kind of
right?
like the mentality, right?
You
Well,
guys almost
We're in
done?
the uncle phase, you know what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly. But
So,
you're never too old to start something new. I mean, she's 50. What? You're 53.
I'm 53.
I'm
yeah.
60, and I'm about to be 61 next month. She'll be 54 next month, and we're starting a whole new business. We don't even know how it happened, but we're going with it. Like we were talking about earlier, be consistent.
you're living life, right?
Yeah.
Like, you come and you hear about the American nightmare. I mean, the American dream.
Is it a nightmare?
Someone said it. I don't know who said it. I picked up on it. But you're right. I mean, what, you wait to receive Social Security. We're right after the boomers, right, where they've given their whole life,
Yep.
literally,
Yeah.
not even
I'm
figuratively.
that guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm that guy.
Oh,
I'm that guy.
But
Yeah.
I feel like it's a new day, isn't it?
Yeah.
For
It's not over.
right.
Like we feel like it's a new beginning for us because our kids are, almost out of college, and now what do we do? We're sitting there staring at each other doing nothing. We got to find out what the next challenge is and what the next.
Don't like
30
bingo, huh?
No.
We're not big on bingo.
Right. So what got you into the fashion industry?
So it was by accident. So like I said, I was looking at the logo, and then it became sort of apparent that it was, I wanted to build a platform for this message, and that message is the empowerment message for our, especially our Pacific Islander women, right? And so, and for us, that platform is through apparel. And so we know nothing about the industry. We've been learning about it, and it's been a lot of fun. It is an industry that is not very easy to succeed in. It's a
Tough one.
It's a tough one. It's
Yeah.
a 98% for failure rate, right? And so we are basically chasing the 2% success rate at this point. But we're having fun with it. We're learning a lot. And I think it's now the time to do it based on all the available resources to us. I mean, it's easier for me to design. It's easier for me to set up a Shopify shop. It's easier for me to use AI for commercials and advertisements. So it's really
Well, if the kids use
Easier than it's ever
ChatGPT
been.
to do their homework, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
right.
Yeah.
We-
But we're on your question. Why there and how'd you get into it? But when she was at CSM, she wanted to study, and she was studying fashion merchandising, right? And that's where she wanted to go with it. And then,
Life happened.
yeah, then she went to Chico and wanted to do business, and business, a lot of math. I don't know. She switched to English, so she was an English major and wound up working corporate America marketing, tech marketing for 20 years. So you just never know.
You never
And
know
now it's
your
for a
path.
circle. She's right back where she really loved
Wow.
CSM, right?
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me in my younger years, I tried everything. I was a truck driver. I worked at the grocery store. I worked at the liquor store. I went to school. I did all these things.
You Samoan though. That's built in, right? Samoan, you gotta try everything.
Yeah, you gotta
you
try
don't know.
everything.
Yeah. Mom and dad and pops, they ain't gonna let you sit at home. You gotta do something.
Yep.
But you gotta try.
Yep.
You gotta try. You can't sit still, right?
Well, I remember when you were coaching down at Carmel.
Yeah.
And you back at Carmel?
Actually, you know how I got the job at Carmel?
How'd you do that?
I'm in my 29th year there.
Sheesh.
So I proposed to her in the summer of '96.
Oh.
Okay, so we said, okay, we'll get rid of the apartment. You go back to mom. I'm gonna go back down south, save our money for a year. So summer comes, and she said, hey, there's an ad in the paper.
Ad in the paper
for a
This is
job-
before internet days.
Yeah.
You're right. Yellow pages, right?
Yeah. There's an ad in the paper for a football coach at Carmont. So I was coming back up here. I went to San Jose State for a semester, did my minor in health science. But I called the guy, and he says, yeah, we got one spot on the JV, but there's no stipend, there's no pay. I was like, I don't care. I want to coach ball.
Right.
So I called her. I said, hey, babe, they got a spot, but there's no pay. She goes, you want to do it? Go do it. So I started coaching there, and before the season was over, I was the head coach and moved to the varsity the next year, and then became the head coach right after that.
You gotta find you a poly girl that just say, "Go do it."
Yeah.
That's the. I like the empowerment because it's just not women empowerment; it's men empowerment. You know,
Absolutely.
when the poly girl, right?
I think there are more PolyGirls that say go do it than you guys are
You're
giving
right.
us credit for.
You know what? You're right.
Yes.
You're 100% right. Apologize to all the poly girls out there in the world. Because it's right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's poly women, right?
Poly women and girls.
Right.
Yeah.
See? I told you. You got hope in this world.
But yeah, so I'm at Carl Mont for 29 years over at Ad in the Paper.
Holy smokes, man.
That's how it goes. I mean, you just never know where you're going to wind up at.
Well, you're the legend now because I remember when I was there, Liggett and Swan,
Yep.
right? They were like the legends.
Yes.
So I had met my wife and her family. They're like Puerto Rican, Filipino. And then the auntie's talking to me about softball. So she's like, well, I own all the records. And I said, wait, where? She said, Carmar. I said, no way. She said, nope. You see Michelle Sanchez everywhere. I said,
Wow.
you had Liggett and Swan? She said, I had Liggett and Swan. I said,
Yeah.
they that old? I said, man, that's the Bay Area's that movie. Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
You know how the two coaches, that's Liggett and Swan, right?
Yep. The white guy and the black guy. Yep. Going at it. Yeah, but they became good friends, lifelong friends after that. But
Well, he's very versatile, and that reminds me of like Bay Area people, SoCal people, very versatile, right? And a lot of people take our poly people, oh, they're just athletes, right?
yeah.
They're just chief of war. Nah.
Yeah.
But we have multiple talents. I think that the fashion industry isn't an easy one, but it's one that we should jump in.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, so I
Agreed.
think part of it is, so we see a lot of like, there's this cool factor around Pacific Islanders, right? And if you guys see fashion, it's sort of modeled after Pacific Islander motifs.
That's true.
And if you look at like the Tillys, the Nordstroms, a lot of brands are using these cultural motifs. And so I think it's time for us to get into the conversation and own that narrative so that we are correctly representing how we use these motifs and cultural aspects. And so I think we have to take the narrative back and take the cool factor into our own hands and do something with it, right? And so that could be fashion, that could be in movies, that could be in definitely in sports always, but it could be in any aspect or any career, any industry at this point. We need to own that.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like I said earlier, it's never been easier to do that. And so now's the time to actually look at how we use our own stories, our own upbringing, and bring it and use it as our own creative way, but it's our story.
I think the journey for certain people brings either the best, like it brings the best out of you, or it challenges you and you shrink, right?
Yeah.
So that's why when I see you guys, when you look at your journey, even though maybe you say you're at the end of your journey, but you're at the beginning of something new, it's very important that you see it in the lens of someone that's moving forward. Because as much as you guys said it was easier, I feel like it's harder now
Yeah.
to stay focused,
Oh, yes, you're absolutely
right?
right.
You know what I mean? Like you guys are when I come in here, you guys are focused.
Yeah.
And I feel like with ChatGPT, you have so much time to cheat, so what are you going to do with that extra time?
Yeah.
Are you really going
It's
to
actually-
study your craft, you know?
I think it's not, you're right, it's not easy to focus because there's so many tools and resources out there. So ChatGPT is one thing, but then there is another AI tool, there's another AI tool. And talking about even starting a business is you're learning this one tool, then the next day there's a more improved tool that you have to learn about, and then the next day. So I think you're right, you have to just kind of pick a path and stick with it for a few months, right? Because right now everything's changing. We were talking about algorithms earlier and how it's changing a lot. Everything's changing on a daily
Right.
basis.
Yeah, it's
But-
getting to the point where you can make your own AI.
Yeah. So
We're there now? You're making
Yeah.
your own?
Well, we were talking about it the other day, you know, her being here in Silicon Valley, and, you know, we were just getting started and all this was happening, and we didn't even see it. We don't, .com, what is that? We don't even know
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
You know, but now her eyes are on AI because she's using all these different AIs to help with the business. So I said, it's happening right in front of our face, right in front of our eyes right now, and her eyes are on it. Before our eyes weren't on it, we didn't even know what it was. You know, so
I think we have to pay attention.
it's exciting.
It's actually there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oops, sorry.
We should, yeah, we should pay attention. There's a lot of it in front of us that we can take advantage of and easily use in our daily lives, ethically, obviously, but there's lots of opportunities.
What are you looking to get out of it? Like, not in the long term, but you were talking about like taking the narrative, right? What else is another aspect that you would want this brand to be?
So first and foremost, it is definitely the taking our Pacific Island heritage, right? Inspiring this brand through that lens, but it's also more importantly for us is, as I mentioned earlier, it's the empowering of women, right? And celebrating the many aspects of a woman's journey. So it's the many roles that she plays, your moms, your sisters, your friends. It's the many dreams that she has, that she aspires to. And you had talked about different aspects for Polynesian women, how we need more than just athletes, right? Even though we have beautiful, strong athletes, but there are other avenues that we need to highlight. And then also just the different paths that they're taking. So we're looking to celebrate that. And for us, as I mentioned earlier, the way to do it and the platform that we're using is apparel. So it's new for us, but it's so much fun. And
Well, you see Nike do it, right?
Nike's
Like, if you
doing
pay
it.
attention,
Nike's doing it.
Nike does it without putting it in your face. They
Right.
they give you the message by not telling you the message,
Right.
right? They'll be like, bang.
And you're like,
Yeah.
It makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I think that's where we're going. And again, we're just as early, but so far, for the brand itself, the feedback from both women and men has been really very positive.
Well, I like the material on the shirt. You know,
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that's something you have to
the message. It-
grow
it's like,
through.
it's like you know, like, I feel like Polly's, we've always been on the fashion trend.
Yep.
If you saw more, you see the puletasi, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Men and women matching day one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got 30 of them, right?
Yeah.
We got 30 services, got 30 white hats.
Yeah. Yeah.
All matchy.
Right.
As
Yeah.
couples.
But to see it in a modern space, I think that's the word, right? A modern.
Right.
So we're getting to write something that it didn't exist, right? Unless you was at church,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Unless you was at Kongai, you know, and see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocking that, you're like, whoa, she wore a purple hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at them hats, right? And I feel like it's almost like nostalgic, right? But it's also a new method, new message. Man, it's pretty exciting. I mean,
Yeah. Just trying to get our people and voice into the mainstream.
yeah.
Not over here as a
Side.
novelty side.
Yeah,
type
you're right.
thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We're not a novelty. Okay? We are actually real people with real culture.
With real
that we
rich.
have-
Are we enough for our own genre?
Are we enough? Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I think we're more
For
than
sure.
that. So we're continuing to build on this. We're going to find a few more events. I know it's not festival season anymore, but we'll find some winter small events to attend. We're going to explore YouTube
Yep.
Ooh.
YouTube next
in a
and
couple of weeks, and then
Be on the lookout for YouTube.
yeah,
PolyGirl.
yeah, look out on the website for, Christmas specials and all that stuff coming up.
What is the 'tis the season to buy a gift? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 20% off
Yeah.
Christmas stuff.
20%. Man, Sole.
Well, we got
I told you it's a for
we
profit.
gotta blow it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
it's-
rebuild for next year. So
yeah, that's actually a really good point because on our website there are some sign-up forms, and we'll have some special
free
reduction
shipping if you
for,
spend
for
over a
some of
certain
our
amount.
newsletter
But
subscribers.
it's a good time, it's Christmas.
Christmas.
Coming, so
Y'all get your shopping done.
yeah, get your shopping done for your kids, your nieces, or aunties.
For everybody.
Grandma, yeah, everybody.
It's hard to navigate that times, especially for maybe teenagers or younger women. But if you just are reminded, right? Just remember who you are, where you come
I
from.
mean, you guys have like a little scripture on there too, right?
Yes.
So it's like faith-based, right?
Yes.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
Yeah. So we call it our Blessed collection. So we've got it in Monuia, in
Right.
Tongan,
Blessed.
We have a Samoan shirt and Fijian and Hawaiian right now.
How you say blessed in Hawaii?
It's po mai kai.
Oh my man.
But we're also trying to put.
Well, I'm just going to jump in where we were talking about, what can you tell the girls? And a lot of the stuff that we're putting out now on social media is confidence. Like wear your confidence. Be in who you are, right? And just go. Just go for it. You know what I mean? Who cares what people say?
Be unapologetic,
Be
right?
very.
Be
I've been that my whole life.
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Exactly.
I love that sound.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's true though.
We don't want you to walk around with your head down.
No. Or
Hold it up high.
just, you don't. We were talking about how our culture is being leveraged in other areas, but like we need to own that. So I think if a message is take your story. Our mantra is wear your story, right? So
Wear your story. Come on now.
Literally, right? I mean, that's what the designs are, but wear it inside too to help you build the confidence to help you through your path.
Wow.
And navigate through that. So yeah, it's been fun building this out and figuring out what the
Well, I
message
think,
is.
it's not that we don't lack in the faith department. But I think we lack in the activation department.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the knowledge, right? We had like you see our kids, they got the scripture tattooed on their forearms. They say, bro, you know what that scripture means? You know what I mean? And I feel like in this next generation, they can walk into rooms that we normally won't be in, right? Like when we say,
Absolutely.
oh, do you have room at the table? Make your own table. Well, how
own
how
table.
are you gonna make your own table?
Absolutely.
If you don't activate your confidence, or like since it's faith based, your Godfidence, right?
Yes.
In knowing that you are created wonderfully, made perfect. You was the reason why you poly, because you were handpicked, right? It's not a lot of us.
There's not
You're
a lot of
special.
us. You are very special. But I mean, I think you'd mentioned people know faith. They may know it, but they don't practice it.
Right.
I mean, practicing it is actually walking into it faithfully, walking into it even though you don't know where it's going. I think that's very, very important. And we don't have the courage to do that, right? So that's part of like trying to encourage the confidence part of this is just, if you don't know, but if your heart leads you there, then use what you learned growing up to take you there, and that's through faith, right? So yeah, a lot of kids are, or even adults are writing scriptures, or maybe even wearing some of the shirts, but practicing it, like you said, executing faith is a whole different route that we need to live by.
Well, it takes courage, right?
Yes.
What you guys doing now in your season of life takes courage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to do it. Like you
Gotta
said,
do
you
it.
got to take action. You can't just sit there and think about it, or I might do it. Or
But we always love to brag about our people, how they navigated the stars, how they do this. It's like,
Absolutely.
that it took a lot of guts to do
Hell
what they
yeah.
did. They
Yeah.
weren't doing that from the couch,
Yeah.
which I find a lot of times.
yeah,
A lot of our people, not just us, there's plenty of people. You could go around, it's just a people thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if you could have the wherewithal to always use that, or we navigated this, that, well, take a leap of faith. And sometimes you don't know what tomorrow brings, but you're taking the risk.
right.
Yeah, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
No.
Right? You don't know.
Put it out there.
So funny.
Put it out there.
I had an episode the other night. I thought I was going to die.
Oh my God.
And so it just reminds me again of why we're doing this. Because I woke up with like this whole, not panic attack, but like I could breathe. And so I scared the living crap out of David. But, it made me thought about it the next day. I was like, oh my gosh, that could have been my last night. So if I would have passed today, I would be happy that we're actually started this new thing to go into like explore something different that I'm not at, because I was going to go back to work, and even though it's good work, but was I really satisfied there after 20 years?
And it doesn't require faith,
No.
right? Like doing something different requires faith. And I feel like it's easy to sit and we do, I'm going to go and do this for the next 80 years and
Yes.
collect my pension, versus we said we came here brave men and women from the Pacifica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we keep that energy and keep going? Can we keep writing the story? Don't just.
Yeah.
I can't talk about my grandpa. It's time for me to write my grandpa's story. Right? He's like, your turn now, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did my thing. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
No,
we've forgotten and gotten
100%.
very, very comfortable, right?
100%. We got here.
We
We
Now
got
what?
here. Now
What you gonna do?
We didn't make it,
Right.
right? We just started.
Yeah.
Yo. Any last shout outs? You guys want to give a shout out, special shout outs, maybe special people watching?
I don't know.
Say hi to your kids or something.
The kids.
Well, shout out to our kids who are
Uncle
in
Sam
very
said, "What's
different
up?"
parts of the states, and so all 5 of them are in different areas. Our
we're all
moms,
over.
so our Polynesian community, we take care of our elderly. So both our moms live with us, and so
Oh yeah.
moms, yeah.
Her mom's been with us for 20 years. My mom been with us for over 10 years, I think.
And they're in their 80s, very active ladies.
Yeah.
So
Auntie Fifita, right?
no, Auntie Nia.
Oh, Nia's young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we just dropped off Neil with Fita.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Auntie
We'll
Fita.
pick her up tomorrow.
Shout out to Auntie Fita.
Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Auntie Fita always sees me. She goes, Josh. I was like, nah.
No.
That's the other bro. I'm like, how come everybody in the poly community call me my brother? But anybody else? Any special shout out?
Nah, I mean,
You catch us on YouTube. PolyGirl's dropping.
Yeah. we'll be
Make sure
glad.
you
Shout out to
subscribe.
all the Poly girls out there.
Follow. If you're a poly girl, you follow. If you're a poly girl dad, follow.
yeah,
But if you toxic, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Off us. Off
Of us, Malo.